So Trump is cracking down on food stamps. You're now going to have to do 15 hours a week of community service. Don't work. Okay, this is my time that they're asking me to use. So what am I going to do? How am I going to feed my kids now?
I really don't get how you could complain about having to work for food stamps when the government is the one that's spending its money to give you the food stamps in the first place. And you can't even sacrifice a little bit of time. But guys, today I have the most recent benefit videos online, and you won't want to miss a single one.
Nelson Scott is on the verge of losing access to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP. He is 38, not disabled, doesn't have any kids, doesn't go to school, and doesn't have a job. Those are just some of the reasons he is no longer eligible for SNAP benefits.
How much did SNAP help you?
It helped me a lot. I get $292 a month.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture crackdown is led by President Trump, who signed the One Big Beautiful Bill into law in July. The government shutdown stalled the November 1st deadline for implementation. However, these changes are still coming up.
We help.
Signe Anderson is a senior director of nutrition advocacy with the Tennessee Justice Center.
Because of rules like this, we can see individuals that are going to be forced to skip meals.
She points out senior citizens and children between the age of 15 and 18 will be most impacted. Rick Williams is a conservative political analyst.
A 15 or 16-year-old can take care of themselves at home while you go work. There's no reason you can't be working. There are plenty of jobs out there.
Scott tells me as a convicted felon, getting a job isn't easy.
I will get one if y'all give me one. Y'all be felony friendly and hire us.
He is correct that it is harder to get a job if you have a felony on your record. But at the end of the day, there are so many blue-collar physical labor jobs that are out hiring right now because they don't have enough talent that I don't know if that's a valid excuse at this point.
So Trump is supposedly changing the requirements to qualify for EBT, Section 8, and welfare. So if you are on these things or trying to get on these things, Trump is requiring you to work at least 30 hours a week to maintain or qualify for these assistances. This is one of those changes that he's making that I don't think I'm upset with, because a lot of people use these assistances as crutches because they know that they can rely on this and don't have to do anything or do the bare minimum. So he's kind of pulling that crutch away from them and taking that dependency away from them. So I don't think I'm mad with that.
And I mean, I think this woman is completely right, because at the end of the day, there's so many people just relying on these services to live. And without them, they just wouldn't be able to, when honestly, they're not even putting 100% of all their effort like a lot of Americans are.
So now, if you're on food stamps and you don't have a regular job, they are now forcing you at least 15 hours a week or you lose your food stamps. I have been on food stamps for 13 years, okay? I get the maximum, $4,300 a month, okay? I have 6 kids, 4 baby daddies. None of my baby daddies actually help with their kids, so I have to get help from the government, from the taxpayers, okay? From you guys, okay? I can't go out and get a regular job. I have 6 kids, like I just said, okay? And I'm doing this by myself. I can't go out and get a regular job. So now you expect me to go work for free? Because that's what violent community service is. You're working for free. If I won't go out and get a real job, work for cash, why would you think I would work for free? 15 hours. I don't have the time. So now I'm at risk of losing my food stamps because of this new rule. Can somebody explain this to me? Because it makes no sense.
Okay, so I just did the math. 4,300 divided by 60 would be the equivalent of $72 an hour. And honestly, if you can't do 15 hours of service for that much food, then I don't know what to tell you.
Woman has an interesting take. She's saying that if you must work for EBT, you'll get the slave experience.
People gonna get real mad when they realize that they waking up to what slaves woke up to. You ain't pulled your weight in the field today. You might not get no food. Oh, you didn't pull your quota? Let me go ahead and take that house. You got a baby that's hungry, a roof that's leaking, and your boss ain't giving a damn about your familial issues. Or your mental health.
Let's pause right there. Since when are you entitled to all those things? Is it about slavery or is it about being a functional adult in society? You're not entitled to all those things. You got to go out there and work. You have a home, you got children, you got to feed them, you got to take care of them. It's your responsibility, not somebody else's. If you made the kids, you got to feed the kids. What they say, if you can't feed them, don't breed them. How is it the government's responsibility? And the government is not even saying you can't have those things. The government says if you want benefits from us, if you want all these things, you got to put in some work. 20 hours a week, 80 hours in a month, it ain't that bad.
So honestly, this man took the words right out of my mouth. When we were born into this world, obviously all of us don't come out with all of those things entitled to us. And for most people who don't have everything handed to them, we will actually have to put in some work to get those things that we want.
Best thing about being a big family is the food stamps that we get, and there's so many people criticizing it. It's so crazy. Like, why would I need to work more for the food stamps that I'm getting? And so many people are criticizing how much I get. Like, you know, I was actually being shorted, and I'm gonna get an increase next month, and I'm pregnant, so that's even more food stamps. So why is there a need for me to work if I can have all the food that I want and stay home? I don't really know what people don't understand about that, but I'm over here enjoying my food stamps and eating my steaks.
So, I mean, I guess from this woman's perspective, she just loves having kids and living off of the government. But you know what happens when the government takes all those food stamps and benefits, Section 8, away, and you're left with nothing? If you don't have a job and are savings, then you really won't be able to take care of those kids at all.
You know what? Good. I've been saying this for years. EBT and SNAP was not meant to be a freaking lifestyle. It started off as temporary help, assistance, not some freaking lifelong handout. And you know what? Back in the day, it used to be embarrassing to live off the system.
I mean, personally, I believe this woman said what a lot of us are thinking. There are two big problems, right? The first thing is that people just buy crap with this EBT. Music. And the second considerably larger issue is that people just think that they can live off these and not get a job and not have to work.
I got an email from EBT. I used to get $740 a month for my two kids. And we not getting EBT no more. They took the EBT. They saying I gotta work 20 hours a week. I'm not working for nobody. Get the out of here. This is what Americans, taxpayer, work for us. They work for me. They gotta help me feed my kids. Get the out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be quitters now. Y'all been helping us all this time. Now y'all want to tap out. Get the out of here. I want my EBT, yo. I want my EBT, and I'm not working for nobody. I'm a boss. What the look like working when the government is here to help? Come on, y'all send all that money to Iraq, Ukraine. Y'all funding all these wars, but when it's time to help the Americans, y'all don't want to help us. I need my EBT.
Nah, dog. No. See, this is the type of stuff that piss people off, because social media has allowed us to peek through the window to see how people really are, how they really feel. And I believe that it's a lot of people, maybe not as incendiary, maybe it's not as matter of fact, and is willing to actually tell you what they really believe and how they really feel. But I believe it's a lot of people that think just like him, and they believe that they are supposed to be funded, and that us, you, me, whoever it is that you send this video to, that you guys are supposed to continue to fund their lifestyle, because for whatever reason, taxpayers are on the hook and is obligated to ensure that him and his two kids that he had, that we had no say-so in, is supposed to be taken care of by the federal government. And then they label themselves as a boss. Man, listen, bro, listen. You would not believe the amount of people that's walking around here entitled, acting like the world owes them something. It pisses me off. It angers me. It aggravates.
So, just as this man said commenting, I don't know why he feels entitled. And so many people feel entitled to food shelter if they're not working for it, or doing anything in order to get that.
I feel like food stamps should be mandatory for mothers that have one or more child. Stay with me now. If we are qualified to receive a certain amount of money during tax time, as long as we don't go over that income bracket, we should qualify for food stamps every month for these children. I have 2 boys. Food hate to see them coming. When I say I stay in Walmart, Walmart need to go ahead and sponsor me, because I be up in there every other day. I just made groceries a few days ago. I had to go back to the store today. So all I'm saying is, if we are entitled to claim our children on our income taxes every year so we can receive a little bit of extra money, I need the government to have that same energy, and I need them to give us at least $100 per child.
Honestly, her point just makes no sense at all, right? First of all, I don't know where the government would be getting money to give to every single child. And second of all, you know, a lot of these mothers and parents that are having children do have enough money and do make enough and have enough in savings. But guys, you will not want to miss this insane last clip.
So Trump is cracking down on food stamps. If you've been on food stamps, you're now going to have to do 15 hours a week of community service in order to continue to receive food stamps. Okay, 15 hours a week. Can you believe that? I'm going to have to go out here, even though I don't work. Okay, this is my time that they're asking me to use. I'm going to have to go out here and do 15 hours a week to continue to get my $4,200 in food stamps for my 7 kids. Unreal. Like, I have the time in the day to even attend to anything like that, right? And then on top of that, I also heard that if your child is 7 years of age or older, you're not going to receive food stamps anymore. So what am I going to do about all of my kids that are over age 7? How am I going to feed my kids now that it's being taken from me? How? Make it make sense.
Again, I have to reemphasize. Why can't you just do 15 hours of community service a week, helping out in, your area and actually contributing to society in order to take care of your kids? It really isn't that hard. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe and comment on what you think about this whole EBT benefit situation. And I'll see you in the next.